Top tips to influence anyone. Imagine that you had the power to influence anybody in any situation. I'm going to share exactly how in this video. Tip number one, go into every conversation with what you can give instead of what you can gain. In Robert Cialdini's book, Pre-suasion, he talks about that we are all reciprocal beings. And basically what that means is that we trade. So if somebody buys you a coffee, you will feel indebted that you will owe them a coffee in the future, but it goes far deeper than this. Instead, what you can do to influence is to go into every conversation with how you can add value, how you can be of service, and how you can truly help the person in front of you. What that means is you give some more until you earn the right to ask. Now, here's a third layer of this tip. It's not just about helping somebody so that eventually they will do something for you. You have to genuinely want to help someone. It has to be a principle, not a technique. Tip number two, ask what people enjoy instead of what they do. We've all been at that party before where we've met somebody new, we've got to know them, and then from there they ask the dreaded question, so what do you do? The problem with this question is that the person that you're asking might not enjoy their job, or they might feel that they're embarrassed because they're not doing well in their work, and it can bring up so many negative aspects. So instead of asking people off the bat, what's your name? And by the way, what do you do? Just ask people what they enjoy. It gives them the freedom to take the conversation in any direction, and you'll be amazed how you go from complete awkwardness and silence into a free-flowing and influential conversation. A bonus tip is to invite people to tell you more. Sometimes when we start talking to somebody, they don't want to take over the conversation, but actually you want them to open up. And the way you can do this is when they start telling you what they enjoy, you say, that's great, can you tell me more? Tip number three, people want change, but they may not want to change. So instead of asking people to do something new and get out of their comfort zone, why don't we ask them to stay where they are? Whether we like him or hate him, Donald Trump in the 2016 campaign said, "Make America great again." What he assumed was that America had already been great, so nobody had to change. They could stay with the status quo. So imagine that you're going to an important business meeting and you're sitting down with the CEO. Imagine that they've already made that change. You can achieve this by complimenting them at the beginning of the meeting on the changes that they've already made. Hey, Mr. CEO, it's so great to meet with you today. I'm so excited to hear about how your business has been progressing, and I know that you've already made some innovative changes in this area. This may sound counterintuitive, but by starting from the status quo, you'll be amazed how influential you can become in inspiring and empowering people to make the change. So there you have it. There's 3 tips on how to influence anyone. If you want more tips on influence, make sure you comment below and also hit the subscribe button.